Mayor Garcetti, you've been one of the more vocal public officials in supporting police over the last few weeks.
Absolutely.
Has that been difficult, given some of the responses of other people?
I think there's a real opening. When the day after the Dallas shootings, were able to have a protest that initially was going to be for police reform, something I also embrace, turned into something that was both pro-police and pro-police reform, from guys like Snoop Dogg and The Game. I realized there was a bridge that hadn't been built in years, and I'm going to continue that voice because, I don't want anybody to be unsafe on our streets, including our cops. I want to make sure that they are, accountable, transparent, but also well-equipped, well-supported, well-trained. And I think that's where we can support our police officers. And maybe it's visceral for me because I've held their widows, I've seen their little girls when the daddy's not coming home, but that is the fundamental foundation of what we do.
There's been a lot of excitement and anger and frustration, particularly in the black community in LA, and they've interrupted some of your town halls and things like that. And yet you've still been unequivocal about police. You haven't felt the need to sort of talk about other things at the same time that you help police. Is that deliberate, or where does that come from in your messaging?
I believe actually that police reform is really important. It's been a huge part of my agenda. Before Ferguson started, we started working with our police officers and civil rights folks, civil libertarians, on putting cameras on our cops. We were the first big city in America to do it. But I don't think it has to come at the expense of supporting our officers. And for protesters, I respect different tactics. I've been a protester before. For those who want to come to the table, we've got a lot of people at the table right now. For those who want to be on the street, they can, do that on the street, and there'll always be an open door to me. But I'm never going to exclude a conversation that includes police officers as well as activists who want to make sure our city are safe.
Last question. Mayor Rudy Giuliani said this morning that there were no uniformed law enforcement on the floor here. What's your reaction to that?
I've seen uniformed law enforcement right here talking, and I've seen them on the floor too. On the stage, and I've seen some out here too.
Okay.
And I know there's a ton of cops. I thank them all. I recognize them all by pins. I'm with them. So there's a ton of law enforcement here. We have even delegates who are police officers who are here I know, but they're not working here. They're on their off time.
Thank you very much.
You bet. Thanks, man. Nice to meet you.